Alright guys, could you actually just go to jail for yelling during a fight with your Filipina girlfriend or wife? Or end up supporting her financially even after the relationship ends? So, hey everyone, it's Gio in the Philippines here again. And today we're talking about something that every foreigner should be aware of. If you're dating a Filipina, especially living with one, there are serious legal and financial consequences that you might not be aware of. And just want to let you know, quick disclaimer, I'm not an attorney and this is definitely not legal advice, okay? This video is just based on some research, stories I've come across recently, and personal observations from 9+ years living here in the Philippines. And so today we are going to go ahead and dive into this controversial topic here. Stick around. Alright guys, so first off, if you haven't seen the Filipina's P's recent video about a foreigner actually going to jail for just a verbal argument, and she has an attorney on her show, it is quite informative, very well done video. Check it out. You can go to her channel. I'm not going to put the link, but you can just go directly to Filipina P's channel and you'll see it. It's just her most recent video. So it's quite an eye-opener. So I wanted to kind of jump in and just kind of throw in some other things that you should also be aware of, and also kind of give my opinion on the whole matter as well. Yeah, apparently there is a foreigner who's in jail, and it is because of a verbal argument. So this might shock you, but yes, it is possible, and it's all because of something called RA 9262, or the Violence Against Women in Their Children Act. Now, this law, it doesn't cover just physical violence. It also covers emotional and psychological abuse. And no, it is not a double-edged, it does not apply to guys as well. It's simply for women and their children. That includes shouting, threats, insults, or even public embarrassment. And I've always said this before, saving face in the Philippines or in Asia in general is a big thing. Don't ever cause a Filipino embarrassment in public where you shame them publicly. That is a big no-no. So I always tell foreigners, when I see foreigners get upset and maybe yell or get irate with a Filipino, like maybe a cashier or something, that is the absolute worst thing you can do. Absolute worst thing you can do. So even if you think you're just venting during a heated moment, she might take it as emotional abuse. And if she goes to the barangay or the police, you could be facing serious legal problems, or even jail time. For example, the story that Filipina P had. And no, you don't have to be married. It's not just for married people. It could be just for boyfriend and girlfriend. This law applies to live-in partners, dating relationships, and even situations where you're just supporting her financially. And even situations while you're just supporting her financially during dating. You know, there are foreigners who have ended up detained, Filipina P's video, for example, or had to pay big fines, or even face deportation, just because of a verbal argument. You know, I don't like you, you don't like me, we're yelling back and forth, you know, we say some choice words. Doesn't matter what she says to you, that doesn't apply, but what you say to her might. Now, I do have to say, is this common? No, but this has happened. Obviously, we have proof of it in Filipina P's video, and if you're not careful, it could happen to you. And to be honest, now that Filipina P's video is out, now we got information that Filipinas may not have been even aware, and they could be like, oh, wow, okay. Yeah, we argue a lot, and he is kind of a little bit abusive. I'll start recording those conversations. So maybe it was a law they weren't even really aware of, but now that Filipina P's video is out, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, I could get some money out of this. So my advice, for one, never argue publicly. that is a big no-no with your girlfriend or anybody in general in public. Walk away if things get heated. Don't raise your voice. And if you ever feel like she's threatening to report you, start documenting everything. All right, part 2 to this video. I've talked about this in a previous video before, the problems that could arise if you have a Filipina move in with you. And so I want to talk a little bit about that. So, are you financially responsible after a breakup? So, let's say you break up. You go your separate ways. You think that's the end of it, right? But not always. There's no alimony law for breakups in the Philippines. But there's often a strong expectation that the foreigner will keep supporting her, especially if you were living together or helping her family. In some cases, the woman might even say, "You promised to take care of me," or "You owe me because I gave up everything to be with you." And if you were paying her rent or sending money to her parents or buying her things, she may expect that to continue even after the relationship ends. Now, legally, you might be in the clear, but culturally, she might feel you have a responsibility. And that's where it gets tricky. There have been situations where women try to involve barangay officials or make threats to expose you online or worse. And you combine it with that RA 9262 law that we just talked about. If she accuses you of emotional or financial abuse, now you can be in double trouble. And if you bought property or a car in her name, you're probably never going to see it again. That's just the truth. You need to be able to, I always tell people, be prepared to walk away from all your stuff if you have to. I mean, you're in another country living, and if you had to, you may just have to get up and leave your stuff. That's why I say don't go crazy on collecting a bunch of personal possessions. I've got a friend who just recently got married. They've had problems. They have a dog, they've got a car, a motorbike, all this stuff together. All right, so how can you protect yourself? Again, I'm not an attorney. You should really contact an attorney, but this is just from some research and from my own personal experience what I would recommend. Stay calm during arguments. Don't yell. Don't insult. Walk away and cool off. That's my best advice. Don't mix finances too early. Keep separate bank accounts. Be very cautious about giving money to her or her family. Unless you're in a serious long-term commitment and she's been vetted and you've been with her for quite a while. Never put property or large assets in her name, unless you're married and you have legal agreements drawn up. If you do live together, consider a written agreement covering rent, expenses, and support expectations, and have her sign it. And if you're really serious, talk to a lawyer about a prenup or a cohabitation agreement. Again, this isn't legal advice, but basic common sense protection when you're dating somebody overseas. So guys, to wrap it up, so yes, absolutely, you can get into legal and financial trouble if things go bad with your Filipina partner. So be smart, know the risks, and protect yourself. And have you or someone you know gone through anything like this? I would love to hear about it. Drop your story in the comments and share it with the rest of us. And we'll have that conversation down below. So guys, don't forget to like, subscribe. So many of you watch but haven't actually subscribed yet. I would really appreciate that. I'm making that big push towards 100,000 by the end of the year. We'll see if I can make it. And hit that bell for more honest content about life and dating in the Philippines. Stay smart and stay safe, and I'll see everyone in the next video. Ciao.